Guys, welcome to the E&P podcast, the best mental health podcast in Africa. And as usual, I'm joined by the E in that E, and then the B, and then we have our guest who has been doing a couple of episodes with us. As usual, Churchill has joined us. And today we're going to talk about how the COVID pandemic dealt with us. I think that's the right word. And how we worked on it and how we even came through to be here and why we started the channel. We mentioned a bit. So, as easy as we can do it, how did the pandemic change your life?
The pandemic actually acted on me cacamoniously.
To be honest, I don't think this
Dictionary, please.
Anyway, it was hard to deal with the pandemic, first of all, when it started, because it was hard for everyone. Everyone was in shock. I remember walking on the roads and you could see nobody, actually. Me, I work in the hospital, so we were still going to work physically, not like the other people like these ones who are working maybe indoors.
Yeah, that time we were working with you, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
At that time, both of us were working at the hospital.
Yeah.
So it was...
So it was challenging, and I think it was also mentally draining. Because you couldn't believe that there is a day which you could come and you could not get outside and walk freely. If you were found outside there, hey,
during the curfew,
yeah,
I don't know about so guys just know where we're going to.
you could be arrested for walking outside. Yeah, so you needed to be indoors. So it was not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy.
Churchill.
Yeah.
What did the pandemic do to you?
Okay, as a students, felt like it's an holiday. We thought it's a break.
A long holiday.
We thought it's a break, like, and we didn't know like it will take that much time. We thought it's just something like 2 weeks, a month, and we're back to school. Me, I can relate. Me and my sister and other friends, we were happy. This COVID has come. We are going home to relax. But when it came and passed 1 month, 2 months, the challenges were there.
Yeah, the reality of being home.
Yeah, the challenges were there.
Yeah.
And any student can relate. Any student can relate now.
Today's a good one because we have 2 working human beings and a businessman among us and yet a student at the same time, right? So when the pandemic hit, I would say it was a wake-up call because I don't think I'd expect. When the pandemic hit, I think some things came that I never expected. I think I had the idea of losing jobs. There was the idea of losing a job, being the only guy. You know, at that time we also had some issues. Sickness, mom, and so on, and so it was like, will we make it? And I think that was the time. Now I really started thinking about the issue of mental health and how I was gonna cope, because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. That idea of okay, if it was the pandemic alone, I would be okay, right? Because at that time, Jobo was okay, right? And then all of a sudden, other things start coming up. Mom is sick, and dad is Jobo stopped all of a sudden, and I'm like, what? So what's the way forward? Because that was a beating. So mental side of things, that was a beating. I think that was a genuine beating. A mental beating.
Yeah, you know, you are not used to wearing masks 24 hours.
Washing
like
hands.
for us, when we were working in the hospital, we used to wear the PPEs. Yeah, wearing that suit, and you are not used to that.
That thing is hot.
It is
that
very
thing is
hot. You sweat a lot, so it was tasking. And then the other thing, the numbers were increasing ferociously. So you could.
Hey, what have you decided to do to us?
Ferocious.
What is ferocious?
Anyway, the numbers were rising at a high pace. So we were getting very many patients in the hospital.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And even for me, I think I was scared because COVID. It was not something which I had heard about.
And at that time, you know, when we were at this time, we were talking about the idea of nobody knows what's going on. You're getting news. This thing is spreading through the air, and you're like, okay, it's airborne, right? But now you go to one place after the other, especially for us who are working at the hospital. We're like, anyone here could have COVID.
Yeah.
It was that bad because even with the isolation, it was like at any, you know, when you're working and then you hear a colleague saying, colleague X has COVID. Why has COVID? And you're like, so if I get this thing, I'm dead. And unfortunately, due to lack of information that we had during that time, it was, we thought, getting COVID,
You're dead.
you're dead. Get COVID, you're dead. And that was a feeling. People were scared, but at the same time, was that annoyance of wearing a mask. You know, but it's just not.
Used to it, like.
Yeah, it was irritating. But now let's just go to the core of the topic and how it affected us. So, in terms of your mental health, Enoch, how did it affect you?
For me, I think it hit me that maybe I might be the one who will bring COVID back home, maybe to my parents, because I was staying with my parents and sisters, so I was so scared and coming from my workplace and maybe contract it and bring it back home. So I was usually scared, very scared, and there was a certain anxiety.
And I think, okay, we're gonna bring it back. I think when you were saying scared, the idea was sometimes you'd get tired. I don't know if you had that thing.
Yeah.
Or you've washed your hands so many times that you forget a minute you go and eat. You're trying to live a normal life in a different place altogether. So that's what I'm asking, in your mental health, because it takes a toll on you. You know, if anything happens to my family, I am likely the one to blame. So what was the issue with you?
I think that thinking every now and then that I might expose my family to the virus was not the best feeling ever at that time. And then I remember also people rushed to the supermarkets to restock their food and stuff.
Those people who took all the tissues.
Yeah. So I think we missed a lot of things at that time, which was not easy dealing with. And then also the prices went up. So you know, even
the economy was just
your money and everything you had saved for. I think I used it in the wrong way.
So just you know, there was a lot of money saved for this podcast to start. We're just going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Behold and behold. That money is somewhere. We will not say where. All of us had to adjust in some way. And okay, Churchill saying he enjoyed being at home. But yes, what was it like after realizing, oh, this thing is not fun. Being home is not fun anymore. How was it, and what were you going through at that time?
Okay, seeing my parents and elderly people like struggling to find that money which they used to get on a daily basis due to going to work. So you find where your mom can't go to work, your mom is there.
Yeah.
The issue of online working, it's not there, and as the government say, or not even the government, like you are only paid if you work. There's no one who will give you money if you don't work. You see, so I'm seeing my mom is there, my dad is there, which is not usual thing. Is either one of them is out to go and look for something for the family, or both of them. So me, I'm there and I'm like, and what about schools? If this thing just decides like it's not going anywhere, the way people are saying, I'm saying, hey, what about schools? That means I won't graduate. I won't get the job that I want because I won't have papers. So it started eating my mind. Like I'm starting to like I have to help my parents.
Yeah.
I just have to look for something to do, even if it means even just going to the shop, or even if curfew is 7, but you have that time too. At least you can look for one to do. So it made me look like something can come in life to change everyone.
Do you think it made you to need to grow up faster?
Yeah,
than you would have liked?
I mean, to me, it made me, because me, I'm the firstborn in the house of 5. I'm the firstborn. So me seeing my parents going through that, I was like, hey, if my parents stop this, other siblings will look up to me. Because you can't like say my younger brother, you will say, hey, Churchill, here's cash. You'll be like, Churchill, give me cash. Mom is not there.
And I think, the pressure you say society, you expect the firstborns to be like, they are the second parents. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something I want to add up to that. Being the firstborn doesn't mean like if you have money is when you get the respect.
Yeah.
You see, you can just be the firstborn there, but you are supportive.
Yeah.
Not amount financially.
But we're saying what the society expects is your younger brother is being told a man needs his money.
Yeah.
So the way he looks up at you, I think it's the same way they look up at like your dad.
Yeah.
But okay, me, the reason I'm saying that is because at our place, Paul, the breadwinner is the second last one, not even the first one, and they are a family of 6. Now you see, so they have given this breadwinner that respect in even if he says, hey, me, everyone to wake up at 6, everyone will wake up at 6. You see,
and that's something that.
But the firstborn is there. The firstborn, if you go to the firstborn, he will tell you something will help you, but he won't give you that thing. Like, here's the money, go and start that.
Okay, I have advice. I don't have money. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But now, what I'm trying to say, me putting myself in that situation of COVID, it's like I don't have money, I don't have a job. My parents are here. The job have been stopped. It's like they've been sacked. It's because of COVID. It has been stopped. What if this situation remains the same? You see.
So what I've gotten from him is like during the COVID period, I think the biggest problem was financial.
I think that was the worry for every one of us.
Financially, everybody was taken down.
Yeah, financially, everyone.
Yeah. I think if you're saying the issue of all of us were at a certain point, I think when now going to the issue of finances, there was a lot of adjustments that had to be done. And I remember me moved away from home during COVID.
Wow. Okay.
So it was just that idea of, I don't think it was wise. Looking back at it, genuinely, it wasn't wise.
You moved immediately COVID started, or
no, after getting the job.
Oh, okay.
And you lie yourself, you have money. Yeah, so I'm still living by myself. But at that point, if we had taken the initiative as a family to get us through this fast, because I remember that time I was planning to get married. Relationship and everything. Hyped and this is it. But at that time my mental thinking was, if I can make it through this, then it's going to be super, then I'll be superhuman, right? But that was not something wise to do at that point. Yes, moving out, please do if you think it's necessary. But looking back, I should have waited just a bit to see what could have come out of it. And if you're taking those finances and maybe put them together as a family, I think it would have been a way better choice for me, the support. But at the same time, I think it was a good decision to move because, as I told you, Mom got sick. I needed space to work on me, and that's what I had not done. I needed space to work on me as an individual. So it's a 50-50 thing. Moving was something good because it opened up my mind, but it was also something I should have put off a bit for some time.
Okay.
And that's the thing. I think I learned through that idea. So yeah, COVID was a wake up call.
Yeah. The other thing I remember, during that time, there was a lot of social isolation.
Yeah.
Because you could not, I never liked hearing that somebody wanted to come and visit me. Because of the scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody
Stay in your house.
stay in your house. Don't come to our place.
As would say, stay with your mother. Everybody stay with your mother.
And then you could not. I think it took so long to come to maybe see physically some of your relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could not travel anywhere.
Yeah.
It was next to impossible. So I won't like to experience that feeling again.
Yeah.
To say that.
Because me also remember, Paul, I also remember by the first time our president, Uhuru Kenyatta, said, we have opened means of transport, you can move from this place to this place up to a certain day and this specific time. I had to leave home too. I left home, came to Nairobi. Because I felt like if I stay here...
You are not in Nairobi.
I was not in Nairobi.
Why did you come back? I was hoping to be there. Why would you come back?
Immediately, they said there's COVID, everyone to go home. As students, the first thing your parents will tell you, come back home. You see?
Okay.
So I'm going home, I think the situation, the first day, the president said that hey mom, me just help me with 4,000. I go to Nairobi because me can stay.
Because I think the idea was, if there's only way you can survive, it's Nairobi, right?
Nairobi to me was because
the Nairobi everything was worse.
I didn't know that until I came. I didn't know that until I came to Nairobi.
But me, I was like, if we go to Mashambani, up country, that is for our English speaking audience. If we go to Mashambani, what are we gonna do there? Get and I think the main issue at that point, it was just about people were cracking down on their wants and just focusing on their needs.
Yeah.
You know, like getting flour, rice, oil. Those were what you needed. Yeah. So, and then at that time, the price just started going up, and you're like,
what's up?
So, people in Nairobi are like, I need to go to Mashambani. People in Mashambani, up country, sorry, English. People in up country are thinking, how do I get to Nairobi?
Yeah.
Because even though we're talking on social media, we cannot really explain to one another that here is bad. Because at that point, I think there was, and that's why we are talking about the mental issue, there was this fear of everybody's going through a problem.
Yeah, that's
I don't think anybody wants to listen to mine. So I think that also caused a lot of us to like take a shower and just stay. Yeah, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And you use this Kenyan saying, we are tunapambana. We are doing it. We're doing our best. I think that's the simplest translation. We're doing our best. And every time someone tells you that, there was a hope they don't go on. You could see from people's faces there was a hope that he said he's okay. Yes. Please don't go on. Just
stop there.
I think we've been raised in a sense. When the pandemic hit, I think it also questioned how we had been raised. You know, we usually meet and we say like, how are you? I'm okay. People want always to say, I'm okay. But when someone tells you, hey guys, listen, I'm not okay. Most of us are not used to hearing those words that I'm not okay. We're like, generally I didn't want you to tell me you're not okay. Because now I have to listen to you. And most of us were like...